Rebecca Davis, weird, scary, and interesting. Today we are going to be reading a news article. So, the news article we're reading, it'll be a little different than when you were. So, but it's a music, not a news article. It'd be the last music news article we're going to be reading from this season. So, this news article is called 5 Songs from the 1980s that were ahead of their time. So yeah, in this video, we're going to be going from the ancient times to the 80s, the decade I was born in. Today I try to replicate some of the 80s fashion, and the outfit I'm wearing is a semi-replica of what we see on the 80s TV show, The Nanny. It was hard to do all the makeup colors from that period because it's more neon. So it was just my mascara. So today, a little pink and a little orange. So yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna be listening and about some 80s music that were ahead of their time. So I'll go get a drink and then we'll get into the article. Okay. In the 80s were a monolithic era of music. So yeah, we'll see different era for music in the 80s. If it's true that the quality of music soars when society feels particularly drawn, the surge of immense talent throughout the decade makes complete sense. After all, through several deeply ingrained political and social crisis in an industry in turmoil, the decades fought back with timeless tunes and immunes, unthinkable musical innovation, In fact, narrowing down the best tunes of the 80s to a smaller number feels nearly impossible, which is also why hundreds of collection lists exist. There's just too much after all. In one corner, you got New Order, Depeche Mode, The Cure, Crew, that's what I meant, The Crew, and so on. In the other corner exists Annie Lennox, YFMX, Kate Bush, George Michael, and many, many more. David Bowie also delivered timeless tracks like Let's Dance, while the Police shattered pop rock extensions with Every Breath You Take. Oh, that's a good song. And every little thing she does is magic. The point is, too many people in the 80s were the best ever decade for music. Simple Larry is unparallelable, and many of the songs still linger on road airwaves today. But what about the ones with the little extra sparkle that felt inexpansible ahead of their time? So yeah, these are music that were way ahead of their time. What about those that came from deeply connected minds who knew and more than most? What about would withstand the test of time? While many 80s hits could be considered long ahead of their time, here are 5 that felt just that little more explosive beyond the confines of its time recording. Okay, I'm not sure if this article has videos that we can listen to. If not, I can find the lyrics and grace you with my singing abilities. Okay. Now, we'll get into it after I take a sip of my Coke. At least it's a lovely day today. Okay, let's get into it. And I'll learn about these 5 songs from the 1980s that were years ahead of their time. Okay. Starting with number 5. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up. A Little Respect by Erasure. A timeless masterpiece by Vance Clark and Andy Bell. A Little Respect. Single old and everything great about the 80s. Complete with the right amount of headiness and cultural revivalness to make it completely timeless. Heart wiring off the same apparel that enabled acts like Deceptic Mode to changing ahead. A Little Respect is immediately dripping with playful edge that feels entirely appropriate, emerging from the period it did. The thing that makes A Little Respect feel slightly ahead of its time isn't just the dance-inspired, synth-filled electric aspect, but it's also filled with a dialectic mixture of hope, melancholy. In other words, it continues to hook its grooves into modern culture, proving subtle respect from the day-to-day struggles of expecting identity in a flawed society. Oh, I forgot to tell you, these artists are from the pop genre, so we're a little different than listening to country music. Okay, and it looks like there's video here we can try to listen to. Let's see. That was a great song, because it's telling right there to give me a little respect. And, you think of it, we should all give each other a little respect. Even if we have nasty thoughts thinking about each other, but it comes down to it, to like that song says, give me a little respect. In the end of the day, we have to try to give you a little respect. A little little respect. It reminds me of the song by Aretha Franklin, Respect. That's what was popping in my head when I was reading it. It's like, oh, that's a totally different song there. So yeah, that's a good song, a little respect. Okay. Now, we'll move to... That's a very good song, so... It's a very, very good message for everybody to give each other a little respect. It's like if somebody doesn't want to do something you want, they want you to do, just respect their decision. They are not comfortable doing it, they don't want to do it, leave it as that. Otherwise, if you don't respect their decision, it's gonna come out. Them not respecting you very much for you not respecting them. Okay, let's move on to our fourth 80s music that was ahead of its time. And that's Age of Consent by New Order. Interesting choice of title. Okay. Yeah, let's see what inspired them to choose that name, Age of Consent. Go back. Story. Go ahead. Sorry, excuse me. For some inexplicable reason, New Order feels like ever unique presence in the music industry that's truly one of a kind, rising from the ashes, kind of like Phoenix, the mystical bird, the phoenix, that it rise from the ashes. It gets New Orders like that. The band most currently on the rise. New Order did a different kind of respectable silence, hallmarked by genuinely great music that surpassed everything that achieved in Joy Division. When listening privately, Age of Consent is a heart filler. It its warm and its nostalgia way. They're entirely comparody in every single way. When it plays unexpectedly in public, there's also this moment of feeling as though they're catch a single glimpse a moment in time. Punctured you adhered effortlessly and beautifully by a less easily destructible feeling of immunization in presence, like immune's presence, like it and emerged from everything and anywhere. I said that is a little weird title for a song, but okay, let's see if we can listen to this song. So that answers my question why the New Order picked this name for their song, Age of Consent, because the song is saying, I'm of consent. You don't need to be, as I say, the birds and the bees and telling me things that you don't need to be telling me what to do because I'm age of consent. I'm all grown up. I now that I'm allowed to do what I want. I'm no little kid anymore. So that it just really answers my question when I started playing it. It's like, and got listening to it. It's like, oh, that's why they picked it. To address that I'm old enough to know this stuff. You don't need to be hiding this from me. Okay. So that answers that mystery of why that band, 80s band, had chose that name. Okay. So, that's a lovely little song. It's understandable. It was far ahead of its time of talking about taboo stuff that explaining that certain things that some people keep in the dark from kids that are coming up in age into the age of consent shouldn't be keeping them out of the dark from it. They should be explaining them, and they're allowed to know what about the birds and the bees or other things, what you expect when you're an adult. Okay, let's move on from the age of consent, from the New Order, to our third 80s song that was ahead of its time, and that's Just Like Heaven by The Cure. Similar to New Order. So yeah, I'm gonna explain what this is. Similar to the New Order, The Cure feel like a endless presence that surpassed generic time. Constraints. Many bands and acts that emerged or bloomed in the 80s feel products of time with great sounds and hooks with contribute to a broader stylistic sound of the era, while many songs by The Cure achieved the same feat. They also feel style enough in extension that it could exist anywhere, anytime. Just Like Heaven is one of those inexpensible time capsules. So more or less, if you had to put anything in a time capsule, you might consider maybe this song. And then you open it 1,000 years later, and now we are listening to it. Okay, oh, that's how the music from the 80s sounded like. Anyways, whether it's the formatical beat and driving bass and gripping riff, or Robert Smith's familiar tunes, the song emerged as formless entity, grounding by days of old with ramblings of futuristic promise. In other words, it could be released today, still active, still achieve the same hype. So if it was released today, it could have the same hype as it had back in the 80s. Okay, let's listen to Just Like Heaven. I think I might know this one. I'm not sure. We'll find out. totally wrong. I didn't know that song, but there's different artists that sing the same song. This seems like a very interesting song. Sounds like almost like he's like dreaming about this woman he loves, and then he wakes up and finds that it's just all a dream. It just felt like heaven. It was just like heaven. Must have been one good dream. Okay. Let's move on because we have 2 more songs left. And we're on our second to last song now. A second to last 80s song that was ahead of its time. And that is This Must Be the Place by Talking Heads. Let's learn a little bit about this. There's something about Talking Heads. Yeah, it's an interesting name for a band. Feels entirely enhanced by the hands of time. Even in their peak years, their embrace of diversity sounds, cultures, and genres made them stand out. Though not in performative way that many of their peers did. In their world, drawing from variety influences meant entirety music in the way it always intended, and insight throughness bridge the gap between genre artistry and straight up fun. This Must Be the Place is testament to David Dryden's unrelenting energy and genius mind. Starting strong with the elastic sound of upbeat charm, the song slowly but surely blossoms into something less tangible and more palpable, like it could have existed in the 1970s or today in 2025. The tongue-in-cheek lyrics are just an added bonus in this wonderful, charming cocktail of fun. Okay, let's check this song out.
Let's go. Roll.
So that's interesting. Looks like if you ever want to check the videos out. Oh, if you're wondering what this article is from, it's from Far Out. It's different than the different article than we were checking out on the country when we're doing country music. Talking about country music. Okay, if you wanna. Okay, mainly, it's the songs mainly sounds like, and just watching the music. I was trying to not show the music video to you guys. If you could check out this article, Far Out, and or you can look at these videos are up on YouTube. The music videos. So it's mainly the guy is coming home and is but in the music video, it's more or less a bunch of people looking over home movies, and then eventually they get up and finish singing the song. So more or less the song is about the guy coming home, and I guess the house welcoming him with wings open. So, being welcomed home mainly. So that way he knows that this is the place. So, okay. Let's listen to learn about the last song. The last 80s song that was ahead of its time. You have to notice I stood up again. Okay, the last song, which is in number 1, which is Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. I'm not sure his relation to George Bush or any of the Bushes, I'm not sure. Anyways, Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush is about. It's probably safe to say that by now, Kate Bush is the ultimate survivor of the 1980s. The fact that Running Up the Hill had such a monolithic resurgence in 21st century speaks to its amusedness, forward thinking. The reason for which appeared hazy against the undeniable charm it always had, even back then when some audience didn't know what to make of it. Whatever the specifics of its resurgence, Running Up the Hill is and always feels bigger than words, signaling the product of a mind that was always moving forward and always researching always searching for something more syndical than mere cultural expansion. Bush's song, might be Quantistle's 80s, but Running Up the Hill will forever be timeless. Okay, let's listen and see why this can always be timeless. like a good song. I swear, I swear I might have heard of this song. It's a great song. It's a very empowering song to make you, to make you be invincible to do anything. Whatever you want. Even if you have to make a deal with God. And that could be good for a culture around the world. For anybody. And that's a perfect song for today in this age when we're going through conflicts and war and a lot of bad things that are going on nowadays. You must swear that that could be a great song maybe to maybe for an ad campaign for like some sportswear or something, because you think of running shoes. Listen, making it, the song mainly broke the element that the fifth wall that for it to be very empowering for anybody to say, hey, I want to do that. It doesn't matter. I just want to do it. I want to try it. I don't care if you say, oh, you can't do it. It's like, I'll do it even if I have to, like it says, I'll make a deal with God. And I think that today, that's a good song for today with what everything's going on in the world, political conflicts in different countries, to keep up that song, to keep empowering people, to make them realize they can be someday a brighter day, that we just have to run up that hill and hope for the best. So hopefully you enjoyed listening to these videos, to this music. As I say, this is the last music article we have just read for season 2 of Weird, Scary, and Interesting. And we're gonna, don't worry, we're still gonna read news articles, but it'll be different types of news articles. But for now, we are not going to be listening to any news articles, because I haven't found any any music news articles. So, so for now, if So, if you enjoyed this, and found this video very interesting, hopefully, well, you know the drill, like always. Like and subscribe and comment. And like and subscribe and comment. And don't forget to ring the bell. And in the comment section, you can tell me if you ever heard of these songs from the 80s that were ahead of their time. Or you can tell me if you know any other music that was from the 80s that you think was ahead of their time. So, hopefully you're enjoying the rest of the day. And for now, till next week, I'm not still sure what we're gonna be talking about next week. I'm still working on a couple of scripts. So, like I said last week when we finished out the Forgotten Former Monarchies Ancient Times series, that I'm just writing a bunch of scripts out and then just picking and choosing. So for now to next week, I will say goodbye. Goodbye.